So my name's Gabe Etheridge, and I'd like to attend Sam Houston State University and enroll in construction management. So here's the table of contents. We're going to start out with curriculum, go into courses, expectations, admission guidelines, costs, scholarships and grants, loans and financial aid, university life, and finally, any interesting info. Okay, first up is curriculum. So I'm shooting for a 4 years bachelor's degree in construction management, and that's going to be around 120 to 122 semester credit hours total. 42 of those hours are going to be the core curriculum credit hours, so your English, your maths, your sciences, those kinds of classes. And then for this degree I'm pursuing, there are 6 hours required for internship experience and outside work experience. Those are required to give you a better understanding of what field of work you're actually going into. Okay, so here we have the basic starting courses for the Bachelor's of Science. It's going to take you through your basic English, math, and science classes. And here we have all the basic courses that I'm going to be taking for the actual construction management class. Okay, so for my year 1 courses from the fall semester, I'm going to be taking the first English class, which is Composition 1, which is basically a college level writing class. Next up, ETCM 1363 is a wood frame construction class, which is a materials based class which teaches you about the basics of wood construction and commercial construction. ETEC 1010 is engineering foundations, focuses on leadership and study skills, help you succeed in a professional career and in industrial education. ETDD 1361 is engineering graphics. This is a standard drawing course for construction management and engineering science degrees. Also going to be taking pre-calculus algebra, and then moving on to the spring semester, taking the secondary English course, which is Composition 2, which is a little bit more advanced in writing more complex methods, and it's preparing students to write academic essays and research papers. Moving on from there, we're going to Component 4, take a language, philosophy, and culture classes. So I'm probably going to be studying Spanish since I've done that before. So we'll start out in the Spanish 1 class, which everybody knows what Spanish is. Next up is ETEC 1371. This is descriptive geometry. So this basically emphasizes problems of space in relation to points, lines, and surfaces. Your basic geometry class, except more advanced. Next up is ETEE 1340. This is electronics technology. So this is designed to give everybody a fundamental understanding of electronics and DC circuits. And it teaches people electrical safety as well. And then lastly, I'm going to be taking Math 1316, which is plane trigonometry, as well as Math 1430, which is Calculus 2. You also have the option of taking Math 2399, which is more integral calculus with applications of business and economics. Okay, and on to year 2. First up will be component area 5, which is going to be creative arts. I will be taking Arts 1301, which is the Intro to Visual Arts. This is a basic art class that introduces you to the basic elements of arts. You'll do painting, sculpture, and architecture. Next will be component area 6, which is U.S. history. First class is United States history to 1876, HIST 1301. This basically just teaches you the colonial origins of the United States around 1876. Next after that is ETCM 2363, which is architectural design. This course is basically a development course where you're making plans for small residences. After that will be PHYS 1301, which is a physics course teaching you the laws and principles of mechanics and heat. Paired with that is PHYS 1101, which is the General Physics Laboratory, which is your average physics class. Along with a minor course, next up will be component area 7, which is political science and government. POLS 2305 is American government. This is going to be a course that teaches you about the overview of the American government. At the national level, it's going to include the origin and evolution of the government as it progressed along the timeline. After that will be component area 8, which is social and behavioral sciences. I'm probably going to be taking an introduction to psychology, which is Psych 1301. This course is designed to give you a brief and broad survey in the field of psychology, teaches you about learning, perception, personality, etc. After that will be PHYS 1302, which is a physics class covering the subjects of sound, light, electricity, and magnetism. Paired with that would be PHYS 1102, which is a secondary physics laboratory, more advanced physics. After that is ETCM 3368, which is concrete and masonry construction. This course gives you a study on the materials and methods of construction of concrete and foundations. And after that will be Math 3379 or ENGL 3330. So you can either take statistics or you can take Intro to Technical Writing. The statistics is helping you present and organize data, measurements and statistics, and the English course helps you formulate technical writing and study technical literature. And on to year 3, we're going to start off with component area 3, which is life and physical science. I will be taking stars and galaxies, which is PHYS 1403. And this is the basic study of the universe and the solar system. And next up we have component area 6, which is U.S. history again. So we'll be taking the second history class, which takes off from where you left off, continuing the survey of the United States to the present from 1876. And next up we have component area 7, which is social and behavioral sciences. I will be taking principles of sociology, introduction to the discipline of focus on concepts used on social institutions, social processes, basically human nature. Next up is ETCM 3371, or you can take 3372, which is a civil drafting class, both of which teach you techniques and requirements in drafting. So you'll be doing survey drafting, plans, prepping sites, taking all of your notes basically. Next up is ETCM 4330, which is construction management and procedures. This course is designed to give everybody beginning applications in managing a construction site, talking about preparation, about foundations, concrete, how to prime contract, how to basically meet with contractors and prep your construction site. Next up in the spring semester, you're going back to component 3, which is you're going to take another life and physical science. I will be continuing astronomy, taking solar system astronomy, which is PHYS 1404. This is more advanced study of the solar system as well as other planetary systems, and you're going to study motions in the sky, historical development of the solar system, stuff like that. After that, you will be taking ETEC 4384 or ETEC 4340. This is supervisory personnel practice. This introduces you to managing personnel, responsibilities of you, the manager, how to supervise, training, group dynamics, basically training people to work for you. Next up is ETSM 4382, which is industry safety. So this is a whole serious safety course. All of your PPE, your all the information in MSDS sheets, safe worker practices, how to recognize and eliminate health hazards, guards, such and such. And lastly, another minor course. Okay, and lastly, year 4 of the fall semester, we're going to be going into component area 9, which is, I'm going to be taking BUAD, Design Presentation for Business Projects. We're going to be focusing on designing and delivering effective business presentations. So this is going to teach you how to plan and design a business presentation and how to deliver it effectively. After that, we're going to be going to ETCM 4370, which is Construction Plans and Documents. So this course is designed to give clear insight to particular problems on construction and proper construction procedures. So basically, they're going to teach you how to pick out a site, how to explore it, determine the foundations needed, construction organization. So basically, prepping the site to be used. Next up is ETCM 4371, which is Building Information Modeling. So this is going to teach you everything from a modeling standpoint, how to deliver your project, productivity measurements, so Gantt charts, digital modeling of what you're designing, and the whole construction process before you actually do it, and scheduling. Scheduling is very important. So we're going to take more minor courses, 6 hours of those, and we're heading into the spring semester next, which is ETCM 4368, which is Building Materials. So we're actually going to study the type of materials that you're going to use in the building, the quality of the materials, sizes, lumber, other wood products, masonry, paint, hardware that goes in the building, all that stuff. Next up is ETEC 4391, which is Work-Based Mentorship. So basically, a student will go into a mentorship in their industry. So every student's required to have 100 clock hours for 1 college credit. The faculty coordinator and the chair approval is required for this, so you must sign up for internships with your coordinator. And next up is ETEC 4391 again. So you have to have 6 hours in internships, and that's 200 clocked hours for 2 credits. And lastly, you're going to take more minor courses. And after that, you are done with year 4. You've completed your minimum 120 course hours. So the minimum expectations for this class are that you're going to have a minimum 3.0 GPA and have AB averages. Okay, so we're on to admission guidelines here. So standard way to apply to Sam Houston State University is to inquire about the programs and apply at applytexas.org, which is standard application for most schools in Texas. Then you're going to submit your supporting application materials like your high school transcript, your test scores for ACT and SAT, shot records, any letters of recommendation you might have. Certain programs do require different things. So engineering programs are going to be more focused on GPA, test scores, and those letters of recommendation, plus any past courses you might have taken, like capstone courses in high school. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So on to the costs here. As an undergraduate Texas resident, estimating a cost for 1 semester for 15 semester hours, calculating tuitions and fees, which is going to run me about $5,000. Books and supplies about $500. For being a freshman, I have to live in the residence hall for around a year or so. Average price is going to be around $2,600. A meal plan, it's going to be about $2 grand. And in total, the approximate cost is going to be around $10,181.50. Now, that is not including the application fee of $45 and a possible parking pass for $180. I'm looking at a total cost for all 4 years, 8 semesters, of $80 grand to $100 grand, which is a lot of money. Okay, and on to scholarships now. So, Sam Houston State offers 10 different scholarships for folks applying for engineering technology path. The first one is the Stephen Randall Scholarship. It awards money to any student competing in the Brazos Valley Regional Technology Student Competition held at Sam Houston State every year during the month of April. Number 2 is the Dale Bank Endowed Scholarship. That's $1,000 per year for full-time undergraduates with a 2.5 GPA. And number 3 is Myron A. Balcom Engineering Technology Endowed Scholarship. The amount varies annually, but you must be a full-time undergraduate majoring in engineering technology with a 3.0 GPA. Number 4 is Spalglass Bearcat Endowed Scholarship. That's $2,000 a year. Must be a full-time undergraduate in good standing You must major in engineering technology with an emphasis in construction management. You must be involved in extracurricular activities, and your GPA of a minimum of 2.5 is required. Number 5 is the Greater Houston Builders Association Scholarship. That's $1,200, one award annually. Undergraduate student in good standing must major in construction management, and they must demonstrate financial need. Number 6, McCafferty Electric Company Incorporated Agricultural Engineering Technology Endowed Scholarship. That's $1,000 a year. The recipients must be full-time undergraduates majoring in agricultural and/or engineering technology. Requirements GPA is 2.0. Number 7 is the Thomas J. and Patsy P. Frank Engineering Technology Scholarship Endowment. The amount varies, at least one award annually. You must be a full-time undergraduate or graduate student at Sam Houston. You must major in a field of engineering technology. You must be working towards a career in teaching engineering technology. You must demonstrate financial need, and your minimum GPA needs to be 3.0. Number 8 is Anslow Bryant Construction Endowed Scholarship. This is $1,000 a year. You must be a full-time undergraduate student, good standing, and majoring in engineering technology, with a preference given to students in construction management. Financial need is a consideration but not a determining factor, and GPA of 2.5 minimum is required. Jimmy P. Ferris Endowed Scholarship is $2,000 a year. Recipient must be a full-time undergraduate student in good standing. Must major in any discipline within the engineering technology program. Must be a citizen of the United States and maintain a minimum GPA of 2.5. And last, number 10, is the Smith Navarez Engineering Scholarship. That's $1,000 a year. Must be a full-time junior or senior in good standing. Major in any program within engineering technology. And preference is given to students who major in construction management, and their minimum GPA must be 3.0. Okay, now we're going on to loan information. So Sam Houston State does offer loans to students who are in need of financial aid, but there are requirements, such as you must have a minimum 2.0 GPA, and that is 3.0 for graduate students. You can't have any outstanding balances like warrants from the police, library fines, anything you owe money for. You can't have any university holds, and you must be enrolled in at least 1 hour of classes. Students must be charged with a 5% annual interest charge over the loan period for semester loans. And then there are short-term book loans that can be sent out to students, but they must be enrolled in at least 6 hours of classes, and they must be charged with 10% annual. So next up is university life. So Sam Houston State University is located on 316 acres of land in Huntsville, Texas. They have a Greek life with over 250 student organizations and clubs that you can join. You can put that kind of stuff on your future resumes, or you can get leadership experience from it. There's also an assortment of housing, dining, sports, and other activities that you can be a part of. And I think I'd really like to go to Sam Houston because it's such a nice campus. I've actually been there. It's really nice. There's not a ton of people there. Your class size is much smaller than average. And the weather is just beautiful. Those are the reasons I really want to go there.